I do think we should win comfortably. And I do look at Ange and think to myself, he's not going to set up a low block against us. He's going to look to pick us off.
Wow. Wow.
It's about time we do this.
Wow. I'll come back on AFTV in the next couple of weeks and I will wear an Arsenal shirt. All right? I will wear an Arsenal shirt.
Cool.
You do that, right?
How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Box to Box. And it's another special one. Last one was our first Champions League game for over 6 years. And this one is the first North London derby of the season. You know what it is? Arsenal Tottenham at the Emirates. And I've got my friend Sava with me in the building. Sava, what are you saying?
Good, man. You?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Things are all right now. But things seem to be all right that side of North London as well.
Yeah, we're doing well, and it sparked a lot of expectations within the fan base
like
after
that.
5 games. Yeah. We've gone from 8th and getting relegated by Harry Kane to, do you know what? We could challenge Man City for the title. So it's all of that craziness in between. Yeah.
And listen, manager of the month, player of the month, Ange Postecoglou, James Maddison, who's slowly looking like a candidate for signing in the summer. How have you taken to Ange Postecoglou's ways? Because initially when it was suggested that he might become manager, I know Tobes on the Big Six was adamant he was against it because he didn't think that he was at the required level to push Tottenham further.
Yeah.
But he's come in and he's done well.
Yeah, do you know what? This, again, like every decision that happens at Tottenham Hotspur, it's 50-50. You know, half the fan base is divided and loves it, half the fan base hates it. I was always a big fan of Postecoglou coming in because the Joses, the Contes, we're not that club.
Yeah.
We're not that club. We're not going to give them their 70, 80 million pound signings that win like that.
Yeah.
But project managers, so to speak, the Martin Yoles, the Harry Redknapps, the Pochettinos. So Postecoglou, for me, it made sense. But obviously, he came with baggage.
Yeah.
And what I mean by the baggage is a winner, but the baggage he came with was it's only Celtic, it's only Scotland, it's only the Australian national team. So listen, he started really well and he's made fans believe, whatever you think that means, he's made fans believe
that there's a light at the end of the tunnel when Harry Kane, because everyone expected that once Harry Kane's gone from Tottenham, that'll be them finished essentially in any top 4, now top 5 conversations. But it doesn't seem to be that way, especially this season when you look at how Chelsea have started, how Man United have started. It's all to play for. Yeah,
I think the Harry Kane situation was an interesting one because I think we've known Harry Kane in that first team for 9-10 seasons and it's all we've known. He's dug us out of many a hole and the talk was, oh my God, we're going to get relegated. We're getting relegated if he leaves. And then there were a few sensible people saying, well, hang on, we'll become more of a unit, more of a team. And that's what's happened. Early days, but that is what's happened. We wish him well. Don't want him back. And look, we started well. I'm seeing all the usual, you know, well, Chelsea, we're definitely going to finish above Chelsea. We're definitely finishing above Man United and this team and that team. But football changes like that, right? You win 4 of your first 5 and you're title challengers. You lose your next 3, you're not. So look, a really good start. I'm really pleased. I'm positive with it. There's light at the end of the tunnel. I don't know how long that tunnel is, but there's light at the end of it. And we're enjoying it. And I think that's the key thing for us, right? We're enjoying the style of play we're seeing. And we've got our Tottenham back. DNA wise, I'll say we've got our Tottenham back. But I don't quite know what that means. But yeah, our chairman. Listen, people are going to the ground and smiling. And that's all we can ask for.
And James Maddison, he's come through, he's hit the ground running. I mean, for 40 million, what a steal, especially when you see other clubs, including Arsenal, buying players in the 8 or 10 positions. For 40 million, James Maddison is really showing himself.
Superb signing. Do you know what it is? Since, 4 or 5 years ago, since Christian Eriksen left the club, we haven't had that linchpin between midfield and attack. So all we've been doing for 4 or 5 years is that quick transition to Son and Kane. And when it works, it's devastating. When it doesn't work, we've got no other avenues. So getting James Maddison in, a player I've wanted him since he was at Aberdeen and Coventry and Norwich. Brilliant, 2-footed, superb set pieces.
Energy.
Do you know what? It's his footwork as well. He'll take it in dangerous positions, a bit like Odegaard will, and say, you know what, I don't mind, give me the ball anyway. And 2 goals, 2 assists, vice captain. Listen, he started really well, and player of the month. So really pleased with.
And he made other signings. I think Udogie was one of them this summer. But it's the signings from the previous summer that also seem to be stepping up with Ange. Basuma. When you signed Basuma last summer, there was a feeling that could be one of the signings of the season. But under Conte, it didn't work. This season so far, I think, similar to Declan Rice at Arsenal, he's picked up a couple man of the matches in the first 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, I think it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, Basuma, when he came in, everyone was like, what?
Yeah.
25 million,
Yeah.
Basuma. And he came in and played in that 5-2-3 formation, if you want to call it that, or 3-4, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever Conte would do.
In a kind of 2-man midfield where the midfielder are asked to not drive forward. And it completely nullified all of Basuma's attributes, right? And this season you can see he's getting the ball deep, and his ability to turn and drive forward is phenomenal. He's been absolutely brilliant. Him and Maddison, for me, the best players.
Yeah.
And you mentioned Udogie as well.
Yeah.
Udogie, so he was signed last summer. We sent him back on loan to Udinese, and it was a bit of an unknown quantity. We didn't really know what we were getting. He played in a wing-back formation for them. He's come in for us, and he's been brilliant. And we'll probably get into it later, but I'm really looking forward to the Saka Udogie battle. I think it's going to be one of the highlights.
He actually played a part in your winner against Sheffield United, winning the ball high up for that second goal, and that's pressing. Something that I've seen a few times this season from him. He likes to press, he likes to get into that final third, win the ball back, and it seems to be a good sign. And even Sarr stepped up this season.
Well, I mean, Sarr was one of those players that a lot of Spurs fans were telling me was generational and all this. And I was like, I don't get too carried away by players, but I'm like, okay, cool, then why is no one playing him? All of a sudden, Postecoglou comes in, sticks him straight into that midfield, and he looks a really good player with a lot of promise. I'm not going to call him generational. I'm not going to start talking about him for Ballon d'Ors, but look, he's come in, added brilliant energy alongside Basuma, and at the moment, the Basuma Maddison Sarr triangle is working brilliantly so far.
Let's look at Arsenal now, Sava, and looking over to Arsenal from that side of North London. We had a big summer. Declan Rice comes in, Granit Xhaka leaves, Havertz comes in for a considerable fee. Timber has come in, but unfortunately ACL means he'll miss the majority, if not all of the season. So really it's Rice and Havertz that have come in, and Xhaka's left the first team squad or first team 11. What did you make of that initially, and what have you made of it in the first 5 games?
If I'm brutally honest, I do feel that for the amount of money you spent, I feel that you could have spent it better. I do feel like your team's really good. I think everyone said last year your team was good. This year your first 11's very good. But I just wonder, have you done enough beyond that? Have you added enough to the team? Because so far what I can see is literally Xhaka out and Declan Rice in. Now, whilst Declan Rice is a top midfielder, is that enough to be the difference between last year and this year? Unlucky with Jurrien Timber, who I think is an excellent footballer. The other signings, again, look, Havertz is the controversial one, who I definitely hope plays on Sunday.
You said.
But again, like one of your signings, Raya, bringing in Raya when you already had Ramsdale. I mean, you guys will know more than me about that, but that felt like a little bit like signing for signing's sake. But look, some good players there. I just don't know, is it enough to close the gap? I'm not sure it is.
It's hard to envision anything being enough to top City when you see what they've built over the years.
Absolutely.
Such a well-oiled machine, and Pep, Haaland, and they've got De Bruyne out for 4 months, but you see them playing and they're still, wiping the floor with teams and getting past them. So
they're a top team.
It's a difficult ask, to say the least. I'm going into the North London derby this Sunday. Who is the main threat for you in the Arsenal side? If you had to pick one player that Tottenham need to nullify this Sunday, who would that one player be?
Odegaard.
Yeah,
I mean, listen, I'm not saying he's your only player, but you've asked me for one. Odegaard, for me, I really like him. I think it's a dying breed, isn't it? The number 10. The player that sort of floats in behind the forwards. They can drift left, drift right, but you know they're going to get the ball, and their first thought is, how do I turn? And open they know what's in front of them. They've already had that. They scanned the pitch, and I think he's a really good player. Had a great year last year for you lot. So definitely Odegaard. And then, as I was saying to you off camera, that this is a big test for Spurs, right?
Yeah.
You've got, when you look at Martinelli, Saka, Trossard, Jesus, Odegaard, we've not faced this yet. Ange Ball.
Hasn't.
Ange Ball has not faced this yet. So this is going to be a real interesting one for our back four, which has done well, but is it going to cope with your forward line We'll find out.
Yeah, it's judging off last season, this is one of the biggest tests you can have, especially
Massive.
for Ange in his early career. And on top of that, it's a North London derby where the tide can change. It can look rosy prior.
Yep.
The wrong result, and everything after can really fall apart. And that goes for both sides.
Yeah.
At the moment, we've both done well, 13 out of 15 points.
Yep.
Us competing with City last season, maybe the expectation was that, we get 15 out of the first 15 because we shouldn't have dropped points against Fulham.
Yep.
But on the flip side, you lot have 13, and I guess people didn't expect you to even have over 10 in the first 5 games. Man United being the most difficult test, if you can call it that.
Yeah, I think when you looked at the first 5 games, you look and you say, okay, you want to beat Burnley away.
Yeah.
And we did convincingly. You want to beat Sheffield United at home.
Just about.
Wasn't convincing,
Yeah,
but
about.
look, it is what it is. I think they're going to frustrate a lot of teams. And then Bournemouth away, you would like to think you're going to win that. Brentford away, it's tough. They've only lost 2 games there for the whole of last season.
Yeah.
So to come and Man United, you think top 4, like they're going to kick on, and toughest game. But yeah, we've got you boys next. and then Liverpool. So. These are the 2 games where I think let's see how good we are.
Yeah.
It's all well and good. My fan base telling your fan base, listen, we're coming for you this year. We're better than you. Ange Ball. These are the games. It's not the Bournemouths. It's not the Burnleys. It's not the Sheffield United. It's the Arsenals and Liverpools.
Ones.
Let's see how good we are.
And Son's been deployed up front in the last couple of games. He scored a hat-trick the first time. Richarlison's come off the bench to score a winner and get an assist, which will no doubt boost his confidence. A much needed confidence booster, I think, when you hear the reports around him and his form so far. But who is the main threat for you guys? Who do we need to keep quiet, in your opinion? Is it? I'd suggest Maddison, but is there someone else? 'Cause
I mean, listen, I think Maddison's the best player at the football club. By a long way as well. I know a lot of fans will be able to disagree with me. I think he's the man now. He's come in, he's pulling the strings, everything goes through him. Keep him quiet, you nullify a lot of our forward play. Son,
always a threat.
It's really difficult because Son against Burnley is perfect through the middle. Got loads of space in behind. Company plays that kind of Pep style football, and that's great if you've got people like Ruben Diaz and Vardio at the back. He gets a hat trick. Then he plays through the middle against Sheffield United, who play the proverbial low block, and there's no room for him to run into. So I think this could be a good game for some because you guys aren't going to play a low block.
He'll have space,
right? He's going to have space. So I'm looking forward to seeing him through the middle against Saliba and Gabriel because I really rate Saliba. But if there's a game made for Son, and he's been doing some talking this week, I see.
He has been talking, tweeting.
I think they call it chest, isn't it?
He's showing a bit of that.
Lots of chest. So look, if you're going to talk the talk, you've got to come out and be firing. So listen, let's see. He's the main man now from a goal scoring perspective.
And a wage perspective, I assume he's the highest paid player at the club.
Highest paid player.
Most experienced player.
Yeah. He'll be our top goal scorer this year. He's our highest paid player and he's now captain. So this is the time to shine, right? This is where the big boys make it count.
And Son's a quality player. I'm just thinking Maddison, because if we can stop Maddison from getting it from defence to attack, then Son's impact can be nullified to the point where, all right, maybe we'll a couple of chances, but we should be good in that department. So I'm going to say Maddison's the key threat for me, but Son, we also need to keep an eye out on.
Yeah, I mean, as a forward threat, those guys definitely. But keep an eye out on 2 players, which would be a Doggy, who we've already talked about, his power, his pace to drive forward. And I said that'll be a great battle with Saka. And also Basuma, we've talked about him, but him driving through the midfield. I guess that he'll probably try and latch himself towards a Vieira or a Havertz and drive past them. So, listen, we've got a few threats now, but you've got some threats. So there's certain things I'm worried about from you lot as well.
Well, let's hope that worry, or I hope that worry turns out to be true come Sunday. We're going to end with predictions, Sava. And as the home team, I'm going to make the first prediction. I was quite bold on the preview I've done. I'm not sure if this is out before or after the preview. But I do think we should win comfortably. And I do look at Ange and think to myself, he's not going to set up a low block against us. He's going to look to pick us off. That could be very foolish of him, or it could turn out to be a masterclass, as he has shown, but as Tottenham have shown against City over the years and other clubs that tend to try close you in. You know how to get out of it and quickly transition, similar to Man United at times. But I'm going to stick to my guns and say comfortable Arsenal win. And this is more hope than belief. But I'm gonna say 5-1. I'm gonna say 5-1.
Wow.
Sam.
Listen, I'll tell you what. If they win 5-1,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. If you win 5-1, if you score 5 goals past us,
Yeah.
I'll come back on AFTV in the next couple of weeks, and I will wear an Arsenal shirt. All right, I will wear an Arsenal shirt.
Cool.
If you do that, right? 5. Listen, look. I thought you were joking when you said it up there. No. Look. Do you know what it is? Listen, I'm not one of the 20-year-old fans who's just going to start screaming and shouting, oh my God, Spurs are back and we're going to win 5-0 and 4-0.
Yeah.
Look, what I will say is this. I'll give you a prediction in a minute. What I will say is this. This is the first time in many years I'm looking forward to the North London derby.
Yeah.
Because normally sitting back with 10 men behind the ball with Conte is like, oh God, go on Arsenal, just have the ball, demolish us. This is the first time I think it will be a really good game. 2 teams that actually want to play football.
Toe to toe.
Going at it. Now, this is where we're going to be tested.
Yeah.
We have not faced Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard. So I do think you will score a goal or 2. I've gone with 2-2.
2-2?
I've gone with 2-2. But listen, I'm not silly. I make you favourites. Of course, you were your title challengers last year. We haven't beaten you here since I think it was Big Yunus Kabul with a header to win 3-2, right? In 2010. I was still in my 20s.
I remember that. Wasn't we 2-0 up in that one?
You were 2-0 up at half time. Yeah, we beat you 3-2. So we've not won since then. So I'm going to go 2-2, but I think if we do win it, or if you win it, I do think it will be 1 goal either way.
Tight.
But 5-1. Wow, my man.
You gotta go for it, man. You gotta ride the wave.
5-1. I love it. I love it. Your chest is bigger than Sonny's.
Listen, it is what it is. But that's what we should do. At the end of the day, it's a North London derby. Form goes out the window. All of these things are out the window, and it's about who turns up on the day, who has the most heart, the desire, who wants to work the hardest. So, we've seen results in the past. All right, not necessarily away from home Tottenham and away when we're at your stadium, but I'm with you. I think this is one of the most interesting North London derbies in a little while, because you don't really know how Ange is going to turn up. And at the same time, going toe to toe, it's going to be an exciting game.
Listen, he's going to play football. That's the way he plays. And as he says, look, mate, that's the way I play. Everyone's mate. But I do think that from what I'm seeing, a lot of fans keep talking about if Spurs come and play, their football will be destroyed. But I feel like everyone thinks we're Bielsa's Leeds. And everyone's just attacking and there's no defence. Romero, Van der Ven.
Romero's had a very good...
With Basuma and Sarr in front of them. We still keep a nucleus, but listen, as long as we don't get destroyed, as long as we go there, give it a game. Listen, I think as a Spurs fan, I can't sit here after the calamity last year and start going, we're going to win. If we win it, I look forward to you wearing a Spurs shirt.
I didn't say that. We haven't shook hands on that one. I won't be here in 2 weeks doing that. But
listen, I think it'll be a really good game, and I think both sets of fans can hopefully come away from it seeing some goals and seeing some good football. Not Conte ball.
Hopefully we leave with the 3 points, people. You've got my prediction, you've got Sava's prediction. We want to know yours. Leave it in the comment section below. Have you hit the like button yet? Is it on 1,000? The video is nearly coming to an end. So hit the like button. Let's get it to 1,000. And before we go, show some love to Sava. Sava, where can they find you?
Football Heritage TV. Mostly Tottenham, but I do all the watch-alongs for the other clubs in the Champions League and international and all that kind of stuff as well. So I try not to be biased. It's probably going to get me loads of hate from the Spurs fans. But if you do want to come over, Football Heritage TV.
There you go. I'm going to put it in the title as well, people. So it's easy. Just click the link in the title, subscribe, show some love to Sava, show some love to the video, and love for the love as always, people. We're out. Peace.